Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and welcome back to this little gem, my 2020 December daily album. And so I thought I would invite you into my process of stepping back into this album, even though it's been sitting on the shelf 8 months for about 8 months now. And so a little backstory on this, if you're just joining me, if you're new here, welcome and thank you so much for being here. If you have worked on December daily albums in the past and are looking to figure out how to start back up to finish them, then this is the video for you, because I just wanted to run through and show you a little bit about how I'm doing it. But a little backstory, I abandoned this album project somewhere around day 10 or day 11 last year. And truth be told, I lost the plot of the movie. Normally, when I do December daily, I've always in the past stuck with pocket pages and sort of tried to keep it pretty predictable throughout the month. And last year there was a lot of focus on interactive pages, making pages that go above and beyond pocket pages. And that caused me a bit of overwhelm and confusion. And so I set the album aside and moved on. And I knew I didn't panic or freak out or anything. I was a little bit sad about it, but I knew that the inspiration would hit me and that it would come back to me in time, and I would be able to figure out how I needed to move forward. And so I'll just show you a little bit of where I am so that you can see. And there's some of what I've already done, you can see the process videos for. Some of what I've done, I still have to share. So if you see pages that you haven't seen the process video for yet, don't freak out. It's coming down the pipeline. But I wanted to do this video first just to step back into the December daily realm. And so the first thing when you're coming back into an album is just to assess what did you actually finish and what do you have that you still need to do. And so like I said, I got to about day 11, day 10 or 11, and so these are all really fun pages, and it's a good idea to look back and see what's holding on for you, what's not. That needs to be adhered back down. Something that I did was I had an extra page in here that somehow didn't get a number on it, and it's I'll show you the page. It's one of my favorites. It's this little funky triangle tree that I made, and when you pull the flaps up, then it's supposed to show a geometric version of the photo. And so it didn't get a number on it, so I'm going to move that. I decided to move that because then when I did the next page, I put, this is a sequential number here as if that page wasn't there. So I'm going to move it and consider it another done page, but that way it keeps the numbers going sequentially. This was just one of those transparency frames, and then our cat Zoe. So there's a fun little pocket there that then doesn't like to slide back in. So that was day 7. I saw so many people using the number 8. That seemed to be a favorite this year. And so these are some of the pages that I haven't shown you yet. So you're getting a peek at those. this was that tree. And probably what I'll do is put the number 11 here, so that when you open it up, then you'll see what day it goes with. The journaling went on the back there. I kept this piece and then recreated it in Photoshop so that I could do the journaling there on the back. And then these are all little flaps, and so what I got to do is go back and fill those in. I'm going to pick some favorite things from throughout the year to put behind those little flaps. So that was a fun little page to do. So now we're coming into the part that isn't completed yet. And what I did first off was I made sure that I had chosen pages for each day that was remaining. And that part of it, I will say, was a little bit hard for me, a little bit frustrating, to kind of pick out, like, what do I want to do for that day. But I think I did that sometime in the middle of December, because it was already done when I pulled it off the shelf. I don't know. So the pages were chosen, and then what I've been working on for the last day or two is just to print the photos to go onto these pages. So I had the back of the little 12 days thing, and I just used a template, an Ali Edwards template, to share my photo there, and then it's ready for embellishments, journaling, a number, and that'll be done for that. For day 14, I have this simple little pocket, and was going to do a 3x8 journaling card, and I just printed out the photo to go on the back of it, and of course I'll adhere that down and add a little ribbon, write my journaling, and that'll be done. I'll probably just add a number onto the top of it. This was, I think Ali did a pocket like this in her album, and then punched out the little thumb piece there. What, I don't know what you call that. She did hers a little bit shorter, and I decided to leave mine a little bit longer. There was a flap on this with a little library thing closure on it. Words are not coming to me right now. But I kept it a little bit longer so that I would be able to punch it right here, and it didn't feel quite so floppy. You could do however you like. For day 15, I had the heart, the quilted heart template, and so I've printed out my photo for that. One of the things that I did was, before I adhered the heart down to the transparency, I printed out a template for myself, and so what I'll do then is go back and cut around this and adhere the photo itself inside here, and then I can do journaling and whatever else needs to go inside there, and add a number, and then that will be done. That page will be done. It really simplifies the process to do it this way. The back of this could, in theory, be another day. I'll probably just add some patterned paper there to cover, mostly just to cover the adhesive that's on the back. Day 16, I'm not sure when I did this, but I had played around with these circles and using the Citrus Twist kit from last year. Added the number 16. That number is from Celine Studio. And then I just printed out some bokeh lights and punched out the photo, and added the little word art there, or the acrylic word. And then I added a tag in here, and so the tag has my journaling, and then it also has a bit of stamped, a couple of stamped words on here. That's something that I repeated a few times through the album, was just using a fun little wood alphabet block stamp set from Hero Arts and red ink. So day number 17 is decorating the tree, and I did one of these stitched things like Allie Edwards did, and so using a transparency along with a 3x8 pocket, and I printed out my photo there, and then there's a space for the journaling on the back, and I'll probably put the number here, the day number there. For the next day, day 18, is this fun little package kind of thing. And so the photo is just going to go right there. And then I have space for journaling or however I decide to do things. And I'll probably put the number here and a little cluster or something to finish up that. For day 19, another digital template and print it out. And so really all I have to do with that is add the number somewhere, journal. I added the lines onto the photo. That's my cat saying hello in the background. And then all I need to do is add the journaling. This was one of the Allie Edwards digital templates as well. For day 20, this is actually a really fun idea. So you know how you take those pictures that just turn out abysmal and you don't really know what to do with them, and well, this was one of those pictures. It was a drive-through lights at Sunset Hills in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so I ran it through some filters in Photoshop and messed with the perspective a little bit just to create a fun little effect. And I think what I'm going to do is lay this die cut directly on top, just so you see a little bit of it behind the words, and then write some journaling on the back. That's what I'm thinking, although now that I see it, printed out, I kind of really like it. I don't know, isn't that cool? I couldn't tell you how I did it. I could not repeat these steps if you asked me to, because I was just playing around in the filters. But it was, when you're in Photoshop, you go to the filters menu at the top and then do a blur. It's like a radial blur or something like that. So I'm not sure. We'll see how that ends up, but I think that's kind of a fun idea to let it peek behind those words. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. For the next day, what day am I on? 21. Day 21 was the alignment, was it Jupiter and Saturn? Yes, the Great Conjunction. And so I got this cool capture of where we went to see it in our town, and then my husband and Natalie were looking at it on Alan's phone using an app. I'll have to ask him what app it was, and I'll let you know later on. But they were just trying to figure out what was what in the sky, and so that's kind of a cool capture of them looking at it on the phone and in the sky itself. So that's kind of a cool thing, and I'm just going to cut around it and have it be turned horizontally in the album. And the heck if I know where I'm putting journaling. I don't know. I might just journal a little bit here in the corner or something. For day 22, I made some chocolate covered strawberries, and we drizzled the white chocolate on top, and I had the best time. We were dying laughing in the kitchen that day, and so that's going to be just a simple little pocket for that. Day 23 then is this fun little thing that I made last year, and so there's just a couple of the journaling spots and then 3 spaces for photos that I printed out. They're just 2x3 photos of the kids making cookies, decorating the cookies for our Christmas Eve, and so that's going to be the story for that. For day 24, I just simply printed out a large photo of the kids on Christmas Eve, and also used another Allie Edwards overlay over top of that to mark the day 24. And I also have this little star pocket, if you remember me making that, and that was fun to create, and I've got the 24 in there, so I just have to seal that up, and that'll be all that needs. And then for day 25, so I created this for the Celine Studio design team, and it's just a little notebook that I pulled together, and so I'll just be adding a couple of photos from our day. That day I just left some spots open, and so I have not printed those photos yet, but there's spots to journal and spots to add the photos, and I'll probably do one of the little well, I don't know, I might just use this little pocket and slide it in there, and then the album will be done. Another thing that I did to help me figure all this out, because it was kind of a little bit overwhelming to begin with, but I made a list, 24 days. I didn't really need the 25th because I know what I'm doing for that, but a list of 24 days, and then I put in ink what has already been created. And then I went through each page and designated each page that I had chosen for the story of the day, and wrote down what were the photos that I needed for those days. And then I went through and printed all of these out and put them in the album. And so now it's ready. Now it's go time. I'm going to just spend a couple of days creating all of this and finishing it up. I will be sharing with you more about the process, and we'll do a final flip through after it's all done. And then guess what we'll be doing? We'll be jumping into the new December daily for this year. So thank you so much for following along, for encouraging me in this process. I always appreciate hearing from you all. I would love to hear what your 2020 album looks like. Have you done any work in it? Are you going to be doing any work in it? Just chat with me, and I would love to hear from you. And I hope that you're inspired, that you'll have some great ideas that come from this. And of course, I'm looking forward to the new products coming out very soon, and seeing what happens in the new season. So thanks again, you guys, and I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.